So thanks everybody who's here. Today our webinar is on reducing paperwork. And if you see me look down, I just have a couple notes to make sure I don't miss anything that we want to get to. So I usually, if anybody hasn't joined my webinars before, I switch off with Jeremy, who's the CEO and founder of Rent Better. And I'm the product manager here. So I'm really focused on the product and the features that we offer. And let me just make sure I'm recording. Perfect. And the features that we offer, and just making sure that all of our current users and potential users can benefit from it and learn how to use them and improve their lives. So I know a lot of times I've had people join our webinars that are interested about our product and learning more about switching from an agent or already self-managing on your own. And then I know some of you are current users that always like to learn more and make sure that you're benefiting the most from our product. So today's topic is a little different for me because usually I focus on one feature. I've talked about our condition reports in the past and tenant bills. And today it's kind of a mixture of features because we're hoping that, you know, the more that you join these webinars, you can kind of understand all the flows and the benefits of the reasons why we have the features. So why is it called reducing paperwork? It really has to do with the fact that we're building an all-in-one digital platform that helps you find a tenant and manage that tenancy in your property, even between tenancies. And what we have done is we've spent a lot of time over the past year enhancing a lot of our foundational features. So for anybody that hasn't used Rent Better before, and I'll show you the platform in a little bit, we have a lot of features that help you set up your tenancy. So you need to sign a lease agreement and you need to do the initial inspections and ongoing inspections with condition reports, as well as collecting the rent and sending receipts to your tenants and having that in your records. And then also making sure that you have everything in one place so that at the end of the financial year, you can package that all up and give that to your accountant and make sure you can understand where your expenses and income stand. So what's nice is that, you know, anybody who's done this for a while and kind of before the more of the digital age, I think a lot of us can even remember, you know, working papers everywhere, trying to stay organized. And then we moved into environments, you know, at work where we're on computers and everything's in Excel, but yet everything's all over the place. Sometimes you have to print something to sign it and give it back and sign it again and change it. And so we were learning when we first started this product, you know, that we had the lease agreement and the condition report, but then people were still wanting to, you know, print it and sign it and make sure that, you know, everything gets changed and updated and it's all in the same place. So what we did is we added a digital signature to our lease agreement and condition report features for both the tenant and the landlord. So I'll show you that in a moment. And then what we also do is that when we automatically collect the rental payments, a receipt is always created, and that's also updates your end of the year financial reports so that it automatically goes into those reports as income or expenses. And all of your documents can be saved to your My Documents feature. So what we've been getting great feedback on is not only that we've gone, you know, made your life a little bit more digital when managing your property, but it really is all in one place. We are just about to release our updated bond feature, and we have a whole section on bond documents. We don't want you to just use our feature, you know, to collect the money. We want to make sure that if you had to get documents from the government authorities or the receipts that you did outside of our platform, that you use us and just put everything in one place. And people that have used us for a couple of years now are saying, you know, I'm not looking through the drawers. I don't have 10 spreadsheets open. That one thing I signed that one time, where did I put it? They kind of are, anything they have from the past, they scan it, add it to their documents, update their reports and their expenses, and now you can move forward with it all in one place. So a couple of benefits to this, you know, COVID safe at the moment. You know, if you have to go and rent out your property and do inspections during this, you can have the condition reports and the lease agreements all signed digitally. It's great for the environment. It really does save time. You know, I interview users often, And just, it's the little things that really allow us to breathe. We had a user the other day that's just like, how do I know when I can breathe? Well, you know, you can breathe when you see everything you have to do in front of your face and you have all your documents there, and there aren't papers everywhere. And then also for security reasons, you know, there's some you know, confidential information and personal information when people send in applications and sign their leases and add their bank details. And we make sure, you know, to stand by that and make sure that you're secure, your tenants are, that your tenants trust you and you trust your tenants. And having everything organized just kind of alleviates any sort of unnecessary conflicts or extra communication. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just check if there's any questions, and then I'm just going to switch over and just show you a bit of the platform, and then answer any more questions at the end. So I'll just check here. Great. Yeah. So we do have receipting for, you know, all of your rental payments, as well as the bond receipts, and any bills. So I forgot to mention that you can do tenant bills as well. So if you want to bill your tenant for anything that goes on during the tenancy, it will also automatically create a receipt and save that within your bill feature, and add your expense that you logged to your expense section of the report and the income you got from the bill to the income section. Thanks for that. All right, I'll share my screen. All right, hopefully everyone can see my screen. If you can't, just send me a message. All right, so if for anybody that hasn't seen the platform, this is my demo account. So I'm acting like I have 3 properties here. So this is your My Properties page, your navigation, and then each card is your individual property. So I think today I'll act like I'm at one demo street. So on your card, you have all of the links for all of your features, and I'm just going to click through a couple so that you can see what I'm referring to. So first, I'll just show you the digital signature. So if you go to condition report, in this case, it will log all of your past condition reports you've done for that tenancy as well as your property. And let's say I'm in the middle of creating this condition report. What I can do, and I did this in a past webinar, so if you go to our YouTube page, you can actually see the full condition report webinar talking about the feature as well as the reasons for doing it. But I'm just going to click through, and when I get to the bottom as the landlord, and the tenants can also do this on their side, you can see here that you need the landlord and tenant to sign. So you can just click sign, demo landlord. And then it will sign and it will generate the signature within your form and print it on the PDF. And that PDF will save to your My Documents feature on the left-hand side, and you can preview that PDF. So then if I go down, let's act like I filled the whole thing out. And then it'll have your signature there and the date that it was signed. And then your tenant will get a notification to fill it out, sign it, and then both of you will get the signed copy as well. And then I just wanted to highlight the reports. So the same thing would happen with your lease agreement. And then with your tenant bills and your bond, everything is saved receipt-wise, as well as with your rental payments. So I think on this property, I have rental payments for last year or 2 years ago. Great. So then on the right-hand side, you'll always have a receipt saved for each payment that you can download and always have saved here, and group them into a folder if you ever want them all together in My Documents. And then lastly, I'm just going to touch on the reports. So I'm going to go through my report for last year. And here you can see that all of my rental income automatically appears here. Any other income that I would like to add, I can add it on the side. Any expenses that I would like to add show up here. And then this can be turned into a report, and you can file this up with any other documents that you save in your My Documents. So if you missed it, I was just taking it to the reporting area where it locates all the information into one place, and then it's saved as a report in your documents that you can also send to your accountant. So that's really all I was going to cover, kind of a quick webinar. But I'll just kind of highlight again the reason that we had this. So it's reducing paperwork. Oh, great. Okay, good. Rob, I'm glad you saw it. It's reducing paperwork, and it really is just bringing everything into one place. And a lot of our users are happy that even when they were using other digital systems or solutions, they still had to handle, multiple at a time, as well as printing things out and having things in their bank transfers. And it just wasn't all connecting. And it just really just caused some stress and hassle, especially at the end of the year. So the focus on this is one part digital signature to see that you can easily sign any agreements that you need to for your tenancy on our site, as well as keeping it all in one place. So thank you, everybody. If you have any more questions, you can send your questions to info@rentbetter.com.au. And feel free to check out our other videos on our YouTube channel. You can just search Rent Better, and then look out for Jeremy's next webinar in a couple weeks. Great, thank you.